Hello Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Jill and you can find me here and on Instagram at CJillStitch, and this is a channel all about cross stitch. If you have been here before and you're returning, welcome back. I'm glad you're choosing to spend some of your time with me. And if you're new here, I hope you stick around. It has been like a month and a little bit since my last Flosstube. It's been a really busy month, or a couple months, I guess. So I have quite a bit to share with you. I did some stitching, and then I went to Stitch West and did some more stitching. I want to talk about, oh my gosh, I don't have like my notes in front of me that I usually have. I just decided to jump right in and start. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, I want to talk about Mania and my whip goes and all the things. My haul, I have a little bit more of that this time, partly because it's been like a month and a half, and partly because I went to Stitch West. So anyway, we'll just jump right in and see how it goes. So I'm going to start with finishes because I have a finish. Well, I have a couple of them, but I'm most excited about this one. So this is my Long Dog Egyptian sampler. You belong to me. I have to scoot back to show it. In fact, I might even have to stand up. Look at this. I got it finished. Oh, I'm so excited to have it done. I didn't start working on it. I picked it up and started making some progress on it earlier this year. I'm just gonna hold it up while I talk so you can admire it. I was up in like this area up here, and I still had to do all of this, which is pages. So I was like, well, it's not going to get finished anytime soon, but I was like, the end is in sight, so I'm going to keep working on it and see what I can get done. And I was just really enjoying it. So I just kept going. I actually was hoping to get it done before Stitch West, and I didn't. I got fairly close, but not quite. So then I was just going to leave it and work on it after Stitch West. And I just decided it was like a lot of what I had left was just this border around the edge. And I was like, that's actually a really good thing to stitch at Stitch West, because it's like mindless stitching. You just, you can talk and do whatever while you work on it. And then I had the back stitching, which is minimal on this one. It's like little butterflies, and see if you can see right in there. It's just little stuff like that mostly. Oh, and I forgot that there's back stitching in the water at the bottom. So that took a little bit of time. But again, like not stuff you have to really count and think about. So I took it with me to Stitch West, and I finished it at like 8 o'clock on Saturday night. So I was so happy to have it done. And there were so many people that just came up with kind things to say about it. So I appreciate you all so much. Yeah, I'm not usually someone that like wants to draw a lot of attention to myself, so I almost didn't ring the bell. And then I was like, you know what? I've been working on this for a long time, and I'm gonna ring the bell. And it was fun. And there were just so many people that came up with kind things to say about it. So I appreciate you all, and it was nice. Anyway, it's finished, and I feel terrible because I was sure that I started this in 2020. I was sure I did, and I was saying that I'd been working on it for 4 years, and apparently it just felt like 4 years because I was looking. I can't remember why I was doing this, but I was looking at like past orders from 123 Stitch, and I realized that I had ordered the fabric and all of the floss for this in April of 2022. So it took me 2 years to finish this. I don't know why I was thinking 4. Like I was sure it was 4. and apparently it just felt like 4. I can't believe it was only 2 years. So I apologize. If I told you 4 years, I was mistaken. It felt like a 4-year project. I love long dogs, don't get me wrong. It just gets to the point where you're like, with something so big, you just want to see it finished, the completion of your work. So anyway, I finished a long dog, so now I can start another long dog, right? Yay, so happy. Oh, this is stitched with, it's just a flax linen. It's 28 count, which is kind of what I was most comfortable stitching back in 2022. And it just felt really big because like the other long dog that I'm working on is a 40 count. So this just feels ginormous. And it's a really loose weave, so I could put the needle in, and by the time I reached around to pull it, like it would fall out of the hole. So I don't know if I will do another big long dog on 28 count because it's giant. And I just used DMC. This is DMC 930. So anyway, happy to have that one finished. I do have another small finish. It was my gift for the smalls exchange at Stitch West. So I was gonna finish it and make a quick video before I took it up for the exchange and then just insert it here, and I didn't do a video. So I just didn't have time. I had full intention of doing it and it just didn't work out. So I will put in a picture of the finished project. It is from, oh man, it's all in French. The company is Couleur d'étoile, and the pattern is Graine de brodeuse. I'm just gonna put it up here so you can look at it. I'll put it in the description box too. It's just a cute little bird and some cherry blossoms and some thread and cute little scissors. So I made this into a pillow. I can't remember if I took a picture of the back, but the backing is this cute fabric that has, it's blue with little pink scissors all over it. And it was just a fun stitch, and my friend Emmy got it for the exchange. So yeah, that was fun. That was my other finish. I think that was all I have in the finish department. So I did my, I am trying to remember when in March I filmed. I'm pretty sure I talked about both of my March Whip Go pulls. I'm pretty sure I did. One of them was Baba Yaga, which I finished and I showed it. I know I did that. And the other one was Stand Firm. I hope I showed that on here. If not, it will pop up again later this year and you can see where I got to. So, because it's put away and I'm not gonna pull it out. So I'll just keep going and show you my Whip Go, well, all of my whips. So my April Whip Goes were, the first one was A Perfect World from Scarlett House. This is the pattern. I started this out as a sal with my friend Emmy from Mission Stitch, and she just like plowed through this. She had it done in like record time, and I did not. So this is, oh, I've got the needle in it. This is where I am on it. So I had the words done when I picked it up, and kind of these motifs over on this side. So I came over to this side and stitched the motifs over here. And then I came down here and started, whoops, I need to get out my board out. Started those 3, oh my gosh, these 3 right here. And that was my 3 days of stitching on it. It does not look like much. There were a lot of color changes in here. And it was a busy month. So I did stitch for 3 days on it. But it's not anywhere close to done. So I'm over halfway down the pattern, but everything, like all the stitching is in the bottom half of the pattern. Everything, all the full coverage is the bottom half. So I am not anywhere close to finished on it, but that's okay. I am enjoying stitching on it. It's definitely not a race with Emmy anymore. She is long done. So I'm just enjoying it. Oh, I thought I spelled one of the words wrong for a second there. I'm actually excited to get down to the full coverage part. It's going to be fun. I like doing that, but I'm not in any rush to do it. So this will come up again in my whip go at some point this year. I'm pretty sure I put it in twice. So yeah, I'll work on it again and see what happens. And then my other whip go call for April. Sorry if you can hear my dog. She's barking because our pool guy is here. And she thinks he's an intruder. Although if I were to open the door and like send her out, she would like lick him. She's not fierce at all. Anyway, I apologize if you can hear her. Okay, so this was, I think it's just called Spaceship. It is from Awesome Pattern Studio. They're on Etsy. I think they also are just on, I think they have their own website, awesomepatternstudio.com. Last time I looked, they didn't have this pattern on their website anymore, but I noticed, or a couple times ago when I looked, but last time I was on there, I noticed that they had some other patterns that they had taken off that were back on. So it may be on there, it may not. I don't have a picture of it, so I will try to remember to put one up on the screen of what it will look like when it's finished. So it's one of the TIE Fighters from TIE Fighters X-Wing. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain. It's not working. It's from Star Wars. And I am making it for my son. And I started it last year on Star Wars Day. That was the only day I worked on it. So it was a really sad start. So this is where I am on it. This is like the middle of the ship. And when I picked it up, I only had this little tiny blue part finished. So I got 3 days on it, and I feel like I made some good progress. Like I'm really happy with the amount of stitching that I got done on it. The colors on this are amazing. Like you can't really see how great they are on here, but it's gonna look really cool when it's done. This is stitched on, I got it from Roxy Floss Co, and I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's like Night Owl or something. I will put it down in the description box. And I believe it is a 36 count. And I am struggling with this one, you guys. Like, I know that the darker fabrics are sometimes harder to work with, but for some reason I am really struggling with this one. The holes just feel tiny to me. I have to have good lighting to work on it, and my glasses on, and I'm still like don't look too close at these stitches because there are some wonky stitches in here. And I'd unpick and redo and unpick and redo, and I was finally like, you know what, this is not going in a museum, it's going in my son's room, and if I want to finish it while he still likes Star Wars, I better get going on it. So I feel like this was really good progress considering how hard it was to stitch on. So oh, this is my bag that I'm doing it in. I made this bag specifically for this project because it's awesome. I will work on this again on May the 4th this year. Sorry, noises. So in a few days, like Saturday. Ooh, Saturday is not going to be a good stitching day for me. Anyway, I will try to fit it in. And I am pretty sure this is one of my May whip goes as well, that it's one of the numbers that got called for May. So it will get at least 4 more days on it just next month. So we'll see how much progress I get on it. Okay, those were my April whip goes. So these are other things I worked on in April. If you follow Katie the Novel Stitcher on Flosstube, you may have heard her talking, or on Instagram, I think she's just the Novel Stitcher on Instagram. Anyway, you have probably heard her talking about her book club that she started. I believe she's calling it Stitches and Pages. And the idea behind it is that we pick a book, and everyone that wants to be in this book club, which is open to everybody. So if you're interested, you can still join. And we read the book and we cross stitch together. Like, well, not together, but like, while we listen to the book, I guess, or read the book. I guess can't read and cross stitch. Anyway, my point is I am listening to the audiobook. We chose the book, oh gosh, what's it called? A Single Thread, I believe is what it's called, by Tracy Chevalier. So I'm about halfway through the audiobook and it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I love historical fiction. It takes place in the 1930s. In England, it talks about embroidery and cathedrals and just things I love. So I'm really enjoying the book and I'm listening to it so I can stitch while I'm listening. I think I decided I need to listen to it while I'm not stitching. Also, if I want to get through it before it's due, because I just checked it out from the library. So I've been listening to it in the car while I drive also. And then the idea was that you just stitch while you listen to the book. And then we're going to do like a Zoom meeting where we get together and can talk about the book. So I'm hoping to make it to the Zoom meeting. It kind of depends when it is. I don't think that's been decided yet. And you can either stitch like whatever you want or something that is cross stitch related, or she did pick a pattern specifically to work on with this. And I decided to do that. So it's Lottie Does One Stitch at a Time. It says beautiful things come together one stitch at a time. I just thought that was just a cute little pattern. It's not little, but it's not huge. It's 191 by 119. So it's not huge. I love the colors in it. So anyway, this is what I've gotten done on it so far. Oh, you can kind of see behind it. I have not stitched the house yet because I think I'm going to change the color of the house. But you can kind of see I've done everything but the fill-in on the house, and then I kind of started over on these flowers on the side. So, and I really have not stitched this very many days. And kind of just like I'll pick it up and work on it for a little bit in the mornings. So it's going pretty quick considering how little I have done. So that's fun. I'm excited about this book club. I think she may do a couple different Zooms. So I'm hoping I can get in on one of those. And even if I don't, I'm really enjoying the book and it's fun to see other people stitching along with it. So that is, and this started I think April 1st. So I've been doing that since the beginning of April, kind of off and on. Okay, let's see. I have 3 more whips. I've been busy, you guys. I worked on SAGA. I can't remember where I was last time I showed it in March. I know I've worked on it since then, but and I have a hanging thread, so just ignore that. So I think maybe I started this darker color and got down here a little more with my SAGA. I'm trying to get it in the camera. You can't see what I'm doing here, guys. Okay, so I was stitching it and thinking this was like my my leap day start. So the idea is that you finish it by next leap day. So February 29th, 2028. So I was like, oh, I have 4 years to work on this and it's a huge pattern. So that'll be easy. I can do that, right? And well, but then I was thinking about how my Egypt sampler took me 4 years, which it turns out it did not. But I was like, oh, that is not near as big. If that took me 4 years, then this is going to take me long. Anyway, I was thinking about how it was going to take me a long time to do this. And I did math. So clap for me because I don't do math. But I figured out that in order to stay up to date on SAGA. So SAGA is 20 pages. The pattern is 20 pages that I needed to do 5 pages a year to get it done. And that's like a page every 2.5 months-ish. I'm not doing like really technical math, but a page every 2.5 months. So I have been working on this for 2 months. So I was like, I need to have my first page finished by the middle of May. And I was going down, and that was not a full page. It was like, I want to say the page cutoff was right in here, but I wasn't over as far as the page goes. So I decided to start working up and get up in here. So if I remember right, somewhere right in here is a page from here down to about here. So, so I'm trying to decide if, because ideally, it's 5 pages across. So I was like, if I just start going across instead of going down, then I can just like keep track. Like every year, I'll just need to finish the 5 pages across. And then the next year, the next 5. But I kind of want to go down because the colors are going to change as it goes down. And I kind of want to see how that looks. So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep going across or if I'm going to keep going down. Stay tuned for that. My point is, I need to try to get in a page every 2.5 months. So I need to get in a little more work on this one because I don't know if I'm going to get any work in on it in May. And I'll talk about that later. So that's kind of, it was just nice to like math it out and be able to kind of be a little more accountable, because when I think I have 4 years to work on something, I think, oh, I've got plenty of time to do that. And this just kind of made me realize that maybe I don't, like I need to keep up on it. So anyway, I worked on that in maybe the first half of April, maybe even a little bit when I got back from Stitch West. And I did work on it a little bit at Stitch West. It was late at night, so hopefully that, I hope I don't have to frog that part. We'll see. Okay, and then I also did just a little new start at Stitch West because I finished my big long dog Saturday night. And then I had Sunday morning to stitch, and I just decided I wanted to start something little. So I started Goat Load from Plum Street Samplers. There's a whole series of these that are like stacked animals. I think I have 3 of them. And I want to stitch them all up into pillows and give them to my sister because she lives out in the country and has owned all of these animals. Let me pull my needle minders off so that they're not, oh, that one has a needle on it. Okay, I got the first goat almost done. I have to put his eyes in still. But anyway, just one cute little goat. He's crooked in the hoop, but that's okay. Goats can be crooked. I think this is going to be a quick stitch if I actually work on it, obviously. And it's just a fun and easy. It fits in just a cute little bag, and it's just something I can pull out and put a few stitches on when I have just a few minutes. In fact, I've actually been keeping this one up in my craft room to just pick up and work on when I have just a couple minutes to do something. So, all right, and then my last whip, well, it's not a whip, it's actually a new start also. My birthday was on Friday. It was the 26th. And today is the 29th. So 3 days ago. And I wanted to do a birthday start. And I had a hard time picking because I wanted to do something I loved. So I started pulling things I love, and it turns out I only buy stuff I love. So I had a hard time picking what I wanted to start. But in the end, I just kept coming back to this one. And this is a kit I got. I think I got it on eBay. It's from Permin of Copenhagen, and it doesn't even have the name of it on the pattern, but I believe it's called Roses and Fuschia, and this is what it looks like. I had a hard time picking fabric for this because I thought it would look really nice on like a natural linen or on like a pink, but ultimately I wanted to stay with black. I think just that dark background is so striking with those flowers. So, but it came with an Aida, and I didn't want to stitch it on Aida, so I just ordered a black Belfast linen. It's a 32 count because I wanted something that was going to be easy. It's got specialty fibers from my cat all over it, and you can see them because it's black. Anyway, I started this on my birthday, which was Friday. My quilt store does a stitch night once a month, and it was Friday. And my kids had stuff going that evening. We couldn't really celebrate my birthday on Friday, so I decided to go, and I spent a couple hours stitching there, and then spent some time working on it on Saturday and Sunday, and this is what I have done on it so far. I'm trying to get all my extra fabric out of the way. I have a rose. I have almost, oh gosh, I have almost a whole rose finished. I just have that one color left in there, and then I'll be done with the rose. It's so pretty. I'm really excited about this pattern. It is less confetti than it maybe looks like. It's actually like decent, like chunks of color. It's not super all over the place, so I'm really happy about that. I probably wouldn't have done it if it had been a ton of confetti, because I do not love confetti. But I pulled out the pattern and like kind of scoured it over to make sure I wasn't getting into something I was going to regret, and I am very happy with it so far. It's been really enjoyable to stitch on. Look at these colors, you guys. Got all of my like pinks and purples and reds. And then look at these greens. They're kind of a mess. I usually braid my floss, and I didn't this time. It was in a kit, and like on some of the colors, there's only like one strand. I don't know. And I just wanted to get going on it, and it takes longer to braid. So we'll see if this starts to drive me crazy and get messy and ugly, then I might braid it. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it because it's working for me right now. Anyway, these are just DMC flosses too. Thank goodness, because I pulled out the pattern and I was missing a color. I don't think it was, like I ordered it from eBay and it had been, like someone had owned it before. But I don't think they had lost the color. It was still like immaculately packaged. It very much looked like just an error from like the manufacturing side. So I momentarily panicked thinking that I wasn't gonna have one of the colors that I needed for it. And then I realized that the list of flosses actually gives the DMC number. These are just DMC flosses. So I ran to Michael's and got the one color I was missing so that I could start it. Also, I was at Michael's buying my one skein of floss. It was 75 cents for one skein of floss. Are you kidding me? It used to be like 30 cents. Ugh. I must usually buy them on sale because I don't remember them being 75 cents. So I was happy I only had to buy one. Okay, that's all my whips. Make sure. Oh, okay. So I do have, if you've been here for a while, you may be like, wait, you should have another whip, because I was doing my one strand a day on my other long dog. It's Opus 1. And I'm just doing this beautiful silk from Silks For You that's like this pink and cream variegated. So I've been doing one strand a day on that. I've been working on in the mornings while my kids are getting ready for school. And I I brought it up here because I'm upstairs right now. I brought it up here and showed it in my last Flosstube and talked about how excited I was that I was getting close-ish to a finish on it. I have like one big motif yet left and like this band along the bottom. So I was like, I'm probably gonna finish it this year. I might make it a focus piece. And then the next day, I went to work on it in the morning, and it was upstairs and I was downstairs, and I did not want to come upstairs. It was like 6:30 in the morning. I didn't want to come upstairs and get it. And I had a different cross stitch sitting on the couch that I had left there the night before. So I just started working on that. And then the next day it happened again, and the next day, and I have not worked on it since my last Flosstube because I was too lazy to come up here and get it. So, yeah, has not had any progress on it. So, I think I just need a break from it because it's this big motif. It's like one of the really huge ones, and I'm just not wanting to work on that. So, we're gonna take a break. Maybe I will pick it up again. When school starts, and I'll just start doing it in the mornings again. I'm sure like sometime between now and August when my kids' school starts, I will carry it downstairs so I can work on it. Anyway, I'm a little bit embarrassed that that's the reason I haven't worked on it. It's because I didn't want to come upstairs and get it. I go up and down the stairs a million times a day. It's actually kind of silly that I never brought it down. Anyway, we're just on a break, just a little bit. So, okay. I have some haul. Sorry, I'm looking at it over here. Some of it's from Stitch West, some of it's from before Stitch West. So I will probably just dive in and show you all of that. I was gonna talk about Stitch West. Okay, maybe I'll do that for just a minute. It was super fun. It was in Ogden this year, which I really enjoyed. There were a lot of yummy places to eat really close by, and you can walk to Shepherd's Bush. So that was dangerous. I did only go once though. I know there are people that went every day it was open, which is fine. I resisted. We did a smalls exchange. I have to show you the cute small I got. This was made by Paula Vaughn, who is on, she is on Instagram. And I am just, hang on, I think I have her, I have like a pile of stuff down here. She is on Instagram. Serenity_is_stitching is her Instagram. She is a beautiful stitcher, and I love this pillow so much. Isn't that cute? She is from Ogden, and it was just so fun to get to visit with her. She was also sweet and included the pattern with it because there's two other options you can sew. You can do this other pillow that says sew with the spool, or this one that has like the little 1, 2, 3 on it. Aren't those cute? So I could make matching pillows to go with this one. And then she put it in a bag that had stickers all over it, like cross-stitching stickers. That was so cute. I was like, I want that bag. And then there were more stickers inside for me, and candy, and a needle minder that also says Floss Boss on it. It was just super cute. And I'm so happy that I got to meet her. So thank you, Paula. And I'm not gonna show all the stuff I got from Stitch West because there's a lot of it. Well, I'm not gonna show it for a few reasons. There's a lot of it, and if you've seen anyone else's Stitch West video, you've probably already seen it. And also I am using some of it already, or I put it away. Like I put all of my needle minders away, and some of them are in projects already. And anyway, it's all It's not like all in one spot anymore. And also a little bit of it is in a bag that is not in this room. I just realized, and I don't want to go get it. So I feel bad though, because it's so cute. Like, so many people brought like their craftiness and their love and distributed it to like 200 people. It was just the nicest thing. So thank you if you brought something around to our table at Stitch West. I appreciate it, and I feel that love that you send with your gifts. But I'm not showing them all. Also, that would take forever. I do have a few things to show though. Okay, so my table mate Erla is from Iceland. We were table mates at Stitch West last fall, and she gave everyone our table this cute little bag. It was tied with a bow. So it's like, look at it. It's got a tail. Is that not the cutest? And then inside she had some needle minders that I put away and some chocolate that I ate. That's long gone. And look at this bunny. Are you kidding me? Look how cute that is. And it's got a little scarf that is a skein of fancy floss. Is that not the cutest thing ever? So this is my little stitching bunny buddy. It's gonna just hang out on my table right here. And I just want to keep this bag because it's darling. So thank you, Erla. And one of our table mates was Valerie, who is the owner of Live and Die LA. So she gave everyone at our table this cute little tin. This cute little tin that we can use as an Ort jar. And she put one of her skeins of floss in it. Isn't that gorgeous? She has the most beautiful flosses. You will see more of them in a minute because I purchased some. I'm trying to see if I have anything else sitting out. I think I put it all in here. Okay, so we got this giant bag from Snug Harbor, Stitch West. A day spent cross-stitching is a good day. This is huge, you guys. It holds so much stuff. Oh, it's a good bag. Okay. I am now diving into haul, some of which is from Stitch West and some of which is, oh, hang on, let me find. Okay, I'll just get to that. The designers at Stitch West it was Primrose Cottage, and they were just the best. They were so sweet. They left an empty seat at every table so that one of the ladies could come and sit down and visit with everybody at the retreat. That's just like so amazing. Okay, so the pattern they put out is called Honeybees and Stitching Please, and they gave us, I don't know where it is, but they gave us like everything for it: the fabric, the floss, and like the finishing kit, like the backing and the little trim on it, like everything. So cute. And then they also mentioned that they had a couple like companion pieces to go with it that they were releasing to the public in June, but they had them available for us to buy there if we were interested. So I got both of those. So there's Honeybee Quilt. I love this one. And then the other one is Honeybee Basket, which I also love. If you remember, if you've been here for a little while, I did this one last fall. It's their Honeybee Quaker. I love their Quakers so much, and they stitch up really quick and easy, and they're just little. So I think I need to at least make this one to go with it. They're so cute. And I don't know where the finishing kit for it went. I'm sure, oh, there it is. I'm sure I'll get to it. So there's the finishing kit, the backing, and the trim, and the fabric, and the floss, and cute little sticker. So cute. It was just the best. Okay. I think I'm just gonna, I think I actually have this sorted out to Stitch West and non-Stitch West. So let me see if I can do this in some kind of an order. I'm gonna try to be organized here, guys. Okay. Oh, this was a cute, look at this cute bag. This was a gift from Ray. Ray Stitching Sunshine was one of my roommates, one of my awesome roommates. We had so much fun. And this was a gift for her roomies. So it had cute ribbons inside. I have plans for these already. And a neck light, which is in a bag over there. Just one of those lights that goes around your neck and you can use it for stitching. I love those. So that was really awesome. And then we got to pick a little keychain. So it's got magic dust, which you can't really see. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, I just got a new phone and I'm like looking at it, trying to figure out which end is which. Okay, magic dust. And then a little haunted mansion hitchhiking ghost. I have plans for that too. Just saying. She gave some other things too, and I think they're in the bag in the other room. A cute chapstick, and an Ort jar, and this little pin cushion. Okay, I might have to show some of those if I can film that in my next video. Also, someone came to our table with these cute bags. Mine has a little octopus on it. How cute that is. Kidding me? Love it. And I have more bags I'll get to in a minute. Okay. All over the place, you guys. Thank you for your patience. I went over to Live and Dye LA's table on day one because I wanted to get fabric, all the good fabrics. I'm separating them for a minute here into piles of what they are. Fabrics are so lovely. So I got an Aida. I don't usually stitch on Aida. But this is a 20 count, so I can do 20 count. That actually sounds really fun. So I'm going to give it a try. And it's really soft too. I have to say, most Aidas, I think one of the reasons I don't like them is how stiff they are, but this one is really nice and soft. And this is Neutrality is the color. If you can see it good, it's just this really nice light gray. And then I got 4 linens. I think they're all 40 count. So this one is Bayou. And the color of this one says LE. And I'm not sure if that's its name or if that's just an identifying something for her. LE. This is Desert Camo. It's a little bit greener than it's showing up, but it's not like green. And then this one is Silver Lining. Oh, these are just so pretty. And then I also got 3 different fabrics. She started doing some dyeing with Verdal, which is it says they're 46 count, but they're 40 count Verdal, which is the most buttery, soft, yummy fabric ever. So this is Field of Gold and Chalkboard. 2 of them are dark fabrics. We'll see how I do with these 40 count dark fabric. I bought these before I had worked on my Spaceship some more, or I might have thought twice about it. They're really, really lovely though. And then this is Light Salem. It's like this gray brown. So I don't have specific plans for any of them. just to have and look at until I decide to use them for something. So, and then, okay, I got 3 things off of the freebie table. Okay, 3 things off the freebie table. This one is a fancy lady. What's the name of it? Passion Ricamo. Sounds very Italian. I thought she was pretty. I decided to give her a try sometime. Someday, maybe. And then this is one from Designs by Homespun Sampler. This is called A Country Church in 2 colorways. Thought that was really cute. Just a small sampler. It's only 107 by 61. I can maybe do that. Okay, and then the last one on here. You guys, whoever dropped this off at the freebie table just totally made my day. I like squealed when I saw this. These are patterns from The Secret of Nim, which is one of my favorite cartoons from my childhood. Also, the book is really good. You should definitely read the book, which is not called The Secret of Nim. It's called Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. Look at all the patterns on this. It's got Jeremy, all of the kids, which I believe in the movie their last name is Brisby, not Frisbee, but Timothy, the Shrew. Oh my gosh, Mr. Ages. I love this movie so much. I am so excited. I'm gonna stitch these. So thank you to whoever left this on the freebie table. You just absolutely made my day. I'm so excited about that. Okay. I bought patterns. Sorry, I'm here. I bought patterns at a couple different shops and I can't remember which one I got where. Oh, I got a finishing kit for the Primrose Cottage Patriotic Quaker. I got that somewhere. It was a Nashville market release. I got it like a month ago, so I just grabbed, it's not even just the finishing kit, it's the floss too. So, because I haven't started it yet, so that was a nice thing to grab. And then I got some patterns. I got 4 ink circles patterns. Holy cow. No, I got 4 of them. That's okay. Reflections of Scotland. Had to get that one. Because if you know me, you know that I am obsessed with Scotland. Want to live there. I got the Least of the Fleet, which is one of her red ship samplers, the smallest one. I actually want to own all of these. I now own one of them. I might own another one, actually, now that I say that. I got Dragons of Sumatra, which I love. Oh, that one's going to be so much fun to stitch. So cool. And then I got I Still Do, which is like, the big one is like an anniversary sampler. And then there's just this smaller one that's just kind of some different motifs that's a little bit. I think this one's called I Still Do. This one is called Second Chances. And I actually think I want to stitch the smaller one. I really like that one. So then I also got Christmas Delivery from Cottage Garden Samplings. This is really a glare. You've probably seen it before though. This is just one that I've always wanted to get and I just haven't yet. So I did. And then the Salty Stitcher was at this retreat, Salty Stitcher Designs. So I got one of her patterns as well. We the People is what it's called. Let's see here. Oh, I should have shown these when I showed the fabric I got from Live and Dye LA. I also got flosses from her. I got this one. It's called Fireburn. And LA Sunset. I have the matching fabric to go with that one. And then this one is called Beach Please. And then I got a couple packages from her of her, like, mystery flosses. I don't think I'm gonna show them each on their own. I'm just gonna kind of show you what, except they all deserve to be shown on their own because they're so pretty. If you want to know the names of any of them, let me know. Oh, I guess I could show you the names. And then, well, I don't actually have names on some of them. That was one of the full mystery packs. The other one is this gorgeous yellow. That variegation, look at that variegation is gorgeous. This one's called Graveyard Dirt. I love that one. One of her pinks. And then some pink and blue. Purple and blue. And just that, like, jewel tones. So that was fun. I love the mystery packs. They were so much fun to open. Okay. Oh, and then let me show you. That's what I bought at the retreat, but then I also went to Shepherd's Bush. I feel like I showed some decent restraint there. Like, I did pretty good. Although this was an impulse buy right at the counter because they had little pillows and it was darling. Top of the Morning from Under the Garden Moon is the company. That was just a cute little impulse buy. This is the Pumpkin House. It's gonna be hard to see in here. This is just a tiny pattern from Tessie and Me. And it came with, it's a whole kit in here. It's got the pattern, it's got the linen, it's got the silk floss. I think it's Thread Gatherer, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, I don't know, something about it. It's way, that's what it is. They had the model. It's way, way cuter in person than in the picture. So I think I will do that this year, like later in the year, and you will see that it's cuter in person. I got just like a remnant of Vintage Country Mocha, because that's always good to have. This is another pattern that I've been wanting for a while and just haven't gotten. So they had it there and I snatched it up. They had this one in a model. It's Jingle from Cross-Eyed Cricket Collection. They had this one stitched up in a model with their color conversion, and it looked really good. So I got this to stitch with the Shepherd's Bush color conversion, and same with this one. This is Welcome Spring from Brenda Gervais. And I don't love the colors in this one, but their color conversion looked amazing. I loved it. I should have taken a picture of these just as a reminder to myself of what they will look like when they're done, but I didn't. Okay, and then so Shepherd's Bush is the place where I bought my very first long dog. It was clear back in like 2015, maybe 2014. Anyway, they were my introduction to long dogs. So I had to buy a long dog when I went there. And they had this one. This is Renaissance Heirloom Edition. I don't believe you can buy this on her website. And you guys, look. It's signed by Julia Line. I feel like I have a celebrity signature. Oh my gosh. She touched this pattern. I'm geeking out. I'm a cross-stitch groupie. I'm gonna take it out of the bag so you can see it better. It's not a gorgeous piece. Oh, I love it so much. I cannot wait to stitch this one. And it's signed. Come on. I love it. That was the first thing I grabbed when I was in the store, and I did not let it out of my sight. So, and that's all I got at Shepherd's Bush. Go me. I mean, it's enough to keep me busy for a while, but also I'm running out of room on my table. Okay, let me just show you real quick my Stash Acquisitions. I'm really questioning now if I've already shown these to you. I don't think I have. Okay, I'm just gonna show them real quick. I feel like I have though. I was on a Brenda Gervais kick and I bought a bunch of her patterns. Pickety Pickety. What's this called? Quaker Handiwork. I love the colors in this one. I'm just showing them fast because I feel like I've shown them to you before. Field Mouse Hollow. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. This is Regina Heibel. It's from With Thy Needle. I love the colors in this one, just that muted gorgeousness. Be Ye Thankful. I'm really having deja vu. I apologize if you've seen all of these before. Seasons of the Heart is another one that I've wanted for a long time and just didn't get, so I finally got it. And oh, this one's not Brenda Gervais. This is from Blueberry Ridge Design. It's called House on Blueberry Hill. I love the colors in this one too. This reminds me, it doesn't look like it, but I feel like this is the house that Blueberry Muffin lived in on the Strawberry Shortcake cartoon. I'm aging myself a little bit here, but I was obsessed with Strawberry Shortcake when I was little, and I still have all of my dolls. And I still remember what they all smell like. And this just looks like the house the Blueberry Muffin would live in, and that is why I bought the pattern. So that's a good reason, right? I really want to stitch this. It's very cute. Okay. I have, so I joined a SAL. It doesn't start till May. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it in May, or I don't know if I'll keep up with it, but I wanted to at least start it. Forbidden Fiber Co. is doing a SAL that is based on the movie Ever After. The Cinderella story with Drew Barrymore. I love that movie. So I could not resist. So I just got all of the, you could buy it as like a kit. So this is the fabric for it. Woo! It is not quite this, it doesn't look super pretty on the screen. It is prettier in person. It's this gorgeous greens and pinks, and it almost looks like it's glowing, and it does not look quite so, like, I don't know what the word is. It looks better in person. Now that I hold it up to the screen, I'm like, oh, you guys, it looks better than that, I promise. So that's the fabric. They released the border. When you order the pattern or the kit, you get the border. So I should actually start working on the border. But then I also got all of these fabrics to go with it, or flosses to go with. I have no idea what this pattern is gonna look like. It's a mystery SAL. Those kind of scare me sometimes. I don't know if I will like the pattern or not, but I like the movie enough that I'm like, I feel like I'll like it. So I don't know if I will start it and keep up with everybody else doing it, but eventually I will finish it, I'm sure. So, and then I also just got my fabric of the month from Forbidden Fiber Co. It's Putty. It's a little bit more of like a purple, it's not quite so brown, maybe. It's more of like a gray brown. Anyway, and then I also got my fabric of the month from Bestitch Me, which is a 40 count Verdal, and the color is Gold Rush. That's really pretty. Not quite so bright, but lovely color. And then I also got some floss from one of my favorite dyers. They're on Etsy, and the name of their company is Afterglow Workshop. I had no specific reason for buying this floss. It was just pretty, and I wanted it. I will use it. It's not like I'm just buying it to never do anything with it. I just haven't found the pattern yet. So this is I think it was a set. It was like their pinks or something. So look how pretty these are. They've been smooshed in some tissue paper, so they're a little bit flat. But look how pretty those colors are. This light pink, that variegation. Hang on, I'll tell you what they're called. This is Potomac. And then there's like this pretty corally pink. This is Noosa. And this darker coral is Grenadine. You guys, you need to check out this company. They are everything they dye is gorgeous. This is Kyoto, like a pinky purpley. And then this darker purple color is Vegas. It blends better than it's showing up. It looks really kind of choppy blended, but aren't those gorgeous? I think at this point I own like half of what they dye. The goal is to own it all, so. Okay, oh. I also bought a bag. I bought a bag, I was gifted a bag, and I made some bags. So let's talk bags for just a minute. I bought this one at Stitch West. This is that gorgeous Tilda Fabrics from Jubilee line, I think. I already have something in here. I forgot what. Oh yeah, I'll show that later. Different video. It's a to be stitched. And I cannot remember who I bought it from. I can't remember the name of her company. Her name was Diana. I'll see if I can find it and I'll post it in the description box. And then my sweet friend Emmy was my other roommate, and this was a roommate gift. This cute bag. Okay, so the little bag inside it, I already had. She had already gifted that to me. So this one goes along with it. Look at that cute zipper pull. Wow. Oh, so fun. And then I also made some bags. I started them before Stitch West. Can't remember if I got them done before Stitch West or if I finished them when I got back. I was just in a bag making mood. So I did a Disney Villains bag. Because I don't know if you remember, at one point in the past I talked about a Disney Villain Sal that I wanted to join. It's over. I never actually joined like while it was going. It's from Abby Sue Designs though, if you're interested in it. So I still have plans to work on it. I just haven't started it yet, but now I have a bag to go with it. And this bag, I love. I'm not a huge Disney villain person, so I was kind of surprised that I wanted to do this Sal as much as I did, but I do love Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. She's like my favorite. So this fabric has Yzma on it right there. So I love it. Got all the floss for the Sal. The pattern is a PDF. It's on my phone. I have the fabric for it too, although it's not in the bag. So I can start at any time. I just have to actually, you know, do it. Okay, so these are the bags I made. Cute little beehives. This is my first choice for bags. I love the vinyl front. I know some people say that like their patterns stick to them or they get melty in the car. I don't ever leave them in the car. I live in Vegas and the cars get to be like 7,000 degrees in the summer. You just learn not to leave anything in the car ever. So I haven't had that problem really. And I love the vinyl front because I love being able to see what's in the bag without having to open the bag. Although, I mean, I just purchased a bag that doesn't have the vinyl. I'm not like super picky about it. And then I did this one that is mermaids with Heather Ross fabric. She has the cutest fabrics. And then I did one that's got kitties on it. These colors look better in person. They're really bright. Oh, so cute. And then this one, this bag gave me all the problems. It should have been bigger than this. It should have been, I I think I had a different binding. I just had issues. Like, I cut things the wrong size for this bag and they didn't sew up the way I wanted them to. It turned out cute in the end. I love it. Look at these cute koi fish. I like sparkly gold. Anyway, I love it, but it was a headache to make. So I'm glad it's over. And now I have a few more bags that I have stuff like waiting to go in them. I just wanted to show them before I put stuff in them. So I'm all bagged out for a while, I think. Oh my gosh, we're over an hour. Okay. I just wanted to talk. I need a drink, sorry. I've been talking for an hour and anyway. I wanted to talk really briefly about Mania because it's coming up in like 2 days is May somehow. So my plans for Mania are that I want to work on, so back in December, I did 12 by 12 days of Christmas, and I started a new project every day for 12 days between December 25th and January 5th. And in some cases, like that was the only day I touched them. I have not worked on them since. So I decided for Mania, I wanted to pull out my 12 by 12 and get some progress in on them. I wanted to do 3 days if I could on each piece. And you're thinking, okay, well, 12 times 3 is 36 and there's not that many days in May. So I mathed again twice in the last month. I have mathed. Thank you very much. I had to figure stuff out because May has 31 days. I still needed to like do my whip go calls, and I was hoping that the things that got called would, so my whip goes are either work on it for 3 days or finish it. And if it's a finish goal, it usually takes me more than 3 days. So I was really hoping both of the May calls would be just work on it for 3 days. And one, actually this was the month that they called 3 numbers, because they called the middle square. And thankfully I had left that as a free space. So I only have 2 numbers to do. One of them was work on it, a 3-day work. Oh, in fact, it was my spaceship, my Star Wars spaceship. I get to pull out again and work on for 3 days. And then I will also pull that out for a 4th day because I will work on it on May the 4th. So the other thing that got called was a finish goal. But it was probably the best one that could have gotten called. I don't think I have it here right now. It's Primrose Cottage has one called Star Spangled Street that's just like this little row of patriotic houses. It kind of reminds me of the Tiny Town series. So I started that last year and it's like close to a finish. Like I have like 1.5 houses left and some grass along the bottom and a tree. So I feel like it's maybe doable in 3 days. Anyway, so I'm planning like 3 days for each of my whip go pulls plus 1 day for my Star Wars day. So that's 7 days down from the 31. So that gives me 25 days left to work on things. And I know for a fact that there's going to be at least 4 days in May that I am not going to get any stitching done, which is sad. I hate to say that, but there's not. So my oldest daughter is a senior this year. She graduates on May 24th. So the day before that, she's having like a big graduation party at our house. And I seriously doubt I will get any stitching done that day. And then I won't on her graduation day. She has a graduation in the morning. We're gonna take her out to a big lunch afterwards, stop by one of her friends' grad parties, and then I am leaving with my younger 2 girls to go to a dance competition in California that evening. So I'm not gonna get any stitching done. And I probably won't the next 2 days either. That Saturday and Sunday, because we are gonna be at a dance competition all day. They have a lot of downtime at dance comps, but it is not conducive to stitching. It's like bad lighting, no seating. Like, I like to be comfy. Anyway, so I'm not planning on getting any stitching done either of those days either. So that leaves me like 21 days to work on my 12 by 12s. So I decided if I could narrow it down to 7 instead of 12, that I could stitch on each one for 3 days. So that's what I did. I actually only have 10 because one of them ended up, I UFO'd it, and one of them I finished. And then I'm not gonna do Saga or my Nightingale because I have worked on both of those since January or December. Like, I've picked them up and worked on them before. So I'm not going to count either of those, which brings me down to 8. And then I decided I'm probably not going to work on, I'm going to take 2 more away because I have 2 that are fairly small, my Yellow Submarine and Mary Amelia's Birds. Bird? Is there 1 bird or 2 birds? I think there's just 1. They're both smaller and they don't need as much time on them, so I'm not going to work on either of those, which brings me down to 6. So I'm just going to work on my 6 big or bigger 12 by 12 starts, and I'll work on each one for 3 days, and then it gives me 3 days of wiggle room that I can either, if I want to work on one of the smalls, I can. If I still need to get in some time on Saga to get my page finish, I can do that. Or if I just have other days, because it's going to be a super busy month, and if I just have a day or 2 more that I can't get things in, it just gives me wiggle room. So all of that to say that I'm working on 6 of my 12 by 12 starts for Mania, 3 days apiece. And I will try to remember to take a picture of the before I start, so you can see how much progress I get in on them on 3 days. But yeah, I'm excited. I think all 6 of these have only had a day of work on them, so they're all looking really sad and waiting for me to work on them some more, and I've been wanting to work on them all some more, so I'm excited to tackle that. That's in just a couple of days that it starts. So that's my Mania plans. It's all my haul, my stitching, my whips, my finishes. So if you are still here, thank you for sticking it out with me for almost an hour and 15 minutes. I appreciate you all spending your time with me and just being a part of this cross stitch community. It's wonderful, and I'm so happy to have people that share my interest with me. So thanks for joining me, and I will come back hopefully in less than a month and a half. Oh, I think the cat is bumping my tripod, sorry. I will hopefully be back in less than a month and a half with my next Flosstube. So have fun stitching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.